Hello, all you beautiful, valid people out there. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. I'm here with my friend and co-host.
Hey y'all, it's your girl, Araya. Welcome to this final recording session, probably.
Are you finished with the voice?
We'll see about that, Jay.
Oh, not again! I'm uncomfortable. And not in the good way.
I think that's a you problem.
No, it's not. It's a you problem for causing this uncomfort.
Well, it's a you problem for getting uncomfortable. Like, gee.
I bet you have a dad, you dumb
be?
bitch. So anyways.
With that, so, what happened last time? It's been a day. We waited one day.
It's been a whole day? Really?
A whole day.
So anyways, my brain melted even more somehow. I feel like my brain is like
it's
goo.
continuing to melt.
Like you know, like earlier I felt congested and like I was like coughing up phlegm. I think that was parts of my brain. So unfortunately, Jay Wilson's losing brain cells faster than we thought that he could.
Seems like it.
Maybe it'll regrow.
The blurb at the bottom of the screen is not very helpful in reminding us what happened
It says,
last
hello
time.
world, hello world, hello world. So here's what happened, right? We went into the Danganronpa 1 map and walked around and gathered all the clues in the world that we needed, correct?
It was a little bit different than the Danganronpa 1
Well,
map.
Yes,
there's some weird things going on.
Wait,
There's a floor that was upside down.
Wait, so you admit there were weird things going on, you gaslighting piece of shit.
Yes, I do admit it.
Okay, good. Still wish death on you, but I mean, at least you're admitting it.
Hey, I've been really, really upfront about the fact that I gaslight you sometimes.
Only sometimes, huh?
Yeah, only sometimes. It's true. I don't gaslight you sometimes.
I feel
Anyways,
like
it's supposed to be anime, and we got little blurbs, little blips.
Yeah, we got a
a
bunch of pieces of manga with beautiful voice acting, by the way.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Explaining to us exactly everything that's happened, like the tragedy of Hope's Peak and the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. So, anyways, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history occurred, correct? So the thing with that is that what happened with the tragedy and with that is this. So the thing that happened was, so Izuru Mikusaba was his name, correct? I think something like that.
It was
Izuru Mikusaba.
Izuru Kamakura.
Kamakura. I don't know why. No, I was thinking about. Oh, I was thinking about Izuru Mikusaba. I don't know why I was thinking about her. Is that the right name? That's the girl, the 16th student, the secret 16th student from the first game, or am I crazy?
Ikuru Mikusaba. No, fuck.
Isn't it Ikuru Mikusaba?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Yeah.
And just mouth that to me.
Cool.
Look, my attention's in two places right now.
What?
I was working on the noise while you were talking.
That's true. I remember because all I heard was. It's like yo, have you ever heard a dirt bike before? It's like that.
No.
Dirt bikes are very common in North Carolina. I don't know if you know. But anyways, we figured out that the old headmaster / student at the same time, which contradicted each other and doesn't make any sense, and will be explained soon, hopefully, or else I will die. That they killed 13 people, and everyone covered it up because they thought that they were the ultimate hope, and there was no need to throw them under the bus and put them in jail or whatever. Then Junko saw this and went, that's kind of weird, and then started all the riots in the world that caused pretty much the apocalypse. So, and then despair has taken over our entire world. And then we figured out, we've pretty much figured out the last session and last few episodes that we're in a simulation of sorts. And we were put in here by Makoto and the 6 main kids from the first game. But the problem is that it was hacked by the Remnants of Despair, which are Junko's followers who are trying to carry on everything, and that's how Monokuma got his way into the game. / simulation type thing. It's all very fascinating to me. But the best part was that we were walking around and we made it to the last floor, and you walk into this one room and there's this big block just floating there. And you think, I wonder what that is. And you click on it, and there's Alter Ego from the first game. And you're like, oh my god, it's beautiful. And I get to voice Alter Ego for the first time in, like, almost 3 years, it feels like.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the hype part. The hype part was, like, right during that section, everything glitched, and we got teleported into a separate room, and you know who was talking to us? The beautiful boy, the best protagonist, my favorite person in the entire world, Makoto. Makoto was there telling us everything, telling us that the reason that the
Makoto
code
couldn't quite hear us,
but we heard him, and that's all that mattered. So the way that it works is, that's the reason that 11037 was the password, was because Makoto made that the password to the room.
Yep.
Which I love very much. It makes so much more sense why that number was used. I thought it was just a random number. But no, Makoto was like, yeah, so somebody that I used to know used that to save my life a long time ago. And I was like, oh god, because it reminded me of my Sayaka trauma, which I have lots of.
Yeah.
I have lots of trauma with her.
That did happen.
My relationship with Sayaka is just like my relationship with all the other girls I've had relationships with. Very toxic and very not good. Maybe that's why I like Sayaka so much. I have a problem. One day I'll find love.
One day.
And she won't be crazy.
I think it'll happen someday. Yeah, that's the way to think about it.
And if she is crazy, she's crazy in the good way, hopefully.
Yeah, sure.
Rise over here. There is no good way, Jay. Shut the fuck up. Listen, man, I'm doing my best. I never claimed to be perfect. I just claimed it to be a dude who's playing Danganronpa 2 and also realizing lots of things about himself as he does.
It's true.
Hey, at least
Anyways.
at least I'm not a simp.
We got the final class trial.
Which
the
is
final
terrifying.
part of the game.
This is terrifying, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, not gonna lie.
And this time we're not voting anybody out, we're just deciding whether we stay or what. Should I stay or should I go?
There's no murder this time.
Should I stay or should I go?
Should
is the general.
I stay or should I go now?
That's the general gist of this trial.
Yep.
So anyways, we got an e-handbook. You ever heard of one of those before? Gotta check on our dead pet. Rip.
It's until next growth 0. Still dead.
Yep, I think she's gonna stay dead for the rest of the game.
Makes sense.
So anyways, we go to the report card. No, I'm kidding. We go to truth bullets, right?
Truth bullets. Let's see what truth bullets we have. We don't have as many as the usual trial, I don't think.
No, we definitely
Maybe we do. We've got a lot.
We've got. It seems like more than the usual trials.
Yeah.
That was a weird way to gaslight me whenever I could just instantly tell that it was gaslighting.
No, I don't know. I expected there to be less than there is.
Araya, every time that you say anything, especially within these games or any games that you know of that I don't, I always assume you're gaslighting me.
Look, half the time I'm gaslighting you, the other half the time I'm just a fucking idiot that doesn't know who she's talking about.
That could also, but that is still a way of gaslighting. Even if you're not meaning to, you're still gaslighting.
No,
me.
I am totally confident in what I'm saying to you.
That's gaslighting.
No. It's only gaslighting if I'm like acting like I'm so totally confident, but I actually am lying to you.
Which you've done multiple times.
Yes, I have gaslighted you before, but I'm saying I didn't currently gaslight you because I was just a fucking idiot.
That's what someone who gaslighted me would say.
On with the game.
Reserve Department. A department populated by Reserve Corps students who took general entrance exams in contrast to the main department, which recruited ultimate level students, established to secure funds for Hope's Peak Academy. 2,357 students in the Reserve Department were infected by Junko's despair and committed mass suicide. There was only one survivor, and his name was Makoto Naegi. Anyways, the tragedy of Hope's Peak. Hope's Peak Academy invested all their resources to create Izuru Kamakura, the ultimate hope. Izuru was later involved in an incident in which he brutally murdered 13 members of the student council. Despite the Academy's effort to conceal this incident, a certain someone took advantage of this incident to provoke the dissatisfied reserve department students into rising against the Academy. True! The tragedy. This hopeless event was caused by a group known as Ultimate Despair and was responsible for completely destroying Hope's Peak Academy. Through their utter devotion to a certain person, they brainwashed the masses and filled countless people with despair. That they did. Ultimate Despair. This term was adopted by the group responsible for causing the tragedy, but in actuality it's originally referred to a certain female high school student named Junko Onishima. However, Junko killed herself at the climax of the killing school life after she lost to the students of Hope's Peak Academy. And they tried to kill Makoto, but failed. Killing school life. As part of the tragedy, Junko Onishima forced the students of Hope's Peak Academy to kill each other, filmed their deeds with the school's surveillance camera, and broadcasted it to the entire world. Academy survivors. According to the report from the Future Foundation, there are apparently 15 people who are known as the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy. Seems that all 15 survivors were safely taken in by the Future Foundation. Boy, I sure hope nothing happens to those poor kids.
I sure hope so.
Even after Junko Onishima's death, an influential group known as the Remnants of Despair still exists. Unless they are stopped, the tragedy will never end. True. List of subjects. Everyone's names are written under this list of subjects. The list is written on a clipped newspaper article. The article is about a woman who looked like a fully grown version of Hiyoko Sayonji, which was very weird. She was pretty, though. The Academy's founder. The placard on the portrait hanging in the office said Hope's Peak Academy founder, Izuru Kamakura. He looks so old. His eyes make it look like he'd murder a bunch of people.
If you say so.
I mean, don't they look at man in the eyes and say that he won't murder everyone within his vicinity?
He just looks blind to me.
Blind, old, and has a knife. Those are all very bad things. Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy attempted to create true hope by consolidating the research of all their research. The results of all their research. That's what I said. That's what I meant. Yep.
I'm trying. This started happening right before we started, right before we called.
Dude, it reminds me of the sound that an emulator makes whenever it breaks.
See, the problem is my fan is got a loose bearing, probably. That seems to be the most likely thing.
That's very bad.
So I have to open it up. No, it's easily fixable. My computer no longer has a warranty, a manufacturer warranty, which is good news actually, because that means I can just open it up and fix it without having to worry about voiding a warranty. So I have to do that at some point. That literally did that for the first time right before you called me.
Are you sure this is a good idea tonight?
Yeah. We're fine.
You sure?
Yes.
Anyways, so dirt bike noises aside, email to Makoto Naegi, to Future Foundation 14th Division to Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agree with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and helped you recover your memories. That did happen. Immediately return to the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. So pretty much what I'm theorizing is the Makoto and all the others decide we don't want to murder people, so they kidnapped the remnants of despair.
Seems like it.
Which is a very fair thing to do, because I wouldn't want to murder anyone either. Do you think murder's a cool and pog thing, Araya?
You fucking Makoto, Kenny.
Honestly, way more Makoto Kenny than I am Nagito Kenny. Let's be honest here, fellas.
And I'm more of a Nagito Kenny than a Makoto Kenny.
That's not a good thing.
That's why your channel dynamic works so well.
It's sane person versus insane person, but I'm supposed to be the insane person.
We're both insane in our own unique ways, Jay.
How am I insane?
No comment.
Araya's gaslighting me. Neo World Program created by the Future Foundation. It allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. It was a program for creating hope, but it became filled with death and violence after the virus infected it. Mom, it's a virus! Have you ever seen that video before? Like, where the mom walks in on a kid watching porn, and he keeps just saying, "It's a virus, Mom! Mom, it was a virus!"
No, I've not seen it.
It's such a good video. One of my favorite things in the entire world. The kid's just like no, and I went to click it off, but my pants came off as I was trying to click out of it, and then you walked in.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the most 10-year-old kind of like you know how 10-year-olds sit there and think that they're so smooth with the things that they say, but they're absolutely not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Observers. In the Neo World Program, 2 observers take on the role of teacher and student respectively. An enormous amount of authority is given to the teacher observer, including the power to create rules within the program. 11037. The password to enter the ancient ruin. Even the teacher doesn't know it. For the person who set up this password, this number is very meaningful to them. I find it really fascinating the fact that Makoto is still so drawn to 11037.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he still has that in his mind, which of course he does, because that's probably the most traumatic death that he had to experience in there. I remember that was the most traumatic death for me in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the first game anyway, because that's where it's solidified.
Yeah, I think especially if you get in the habit of witnessing deaths, I feel like the first death that you experience is probably the most tragic.
Definitely.
Like, the most hard,
just like Hajime's first... That's why Teru's death must have been... Not Teru. That's why Byakuyo's death was so fucking crazy to Hajime, too.
Yeah, probably.
But that wasn't Byakuya.
Yeah,
Shutdown sequence. Really Special command that can be used during the graduation exam. If you use this, you can override the observer and forcibly escape from the Neo World Program. Not even the teacher observer can prevent that. Future Foundation's origins. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Okay, and that's everything. What do you think?
All right, shall we get started?
Sure. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. TRIAL. All rise.
I did say I wanted you guys to know.
All right, here we go.
But this is still a questionable starting topic.
What is?
Let me ask you this: what is this world's true identity?
This world's true identity? What kind of question is that?
It's talking about the Neo World Program. The world's true identity. If I answer this, it will be true, and that lie will become the truth. But there's no way I can leave it unanswered. Not Hangman's Gambit.
Immediately Hangman's Gambit. Welcome to Chapter 6.
Fuck me! Look at this! What the fuck?
What's the question? Hit tab.
Oh. What kind of world are we in? Virtual. Okay, I'm looking for a V then.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is awful.
It's not that hard to dodge to keep these things from hitting each other.
Yeah, I know. But I'm also really
Oh my
fucking
God,
lazy.
Jay.
I need an eye. I could do
Give
this
me an
all
I.
day.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
I need an R. It's not an R. Thank you. I need a T. Thank you, game. Fuck! It's fine, you know?
So many T's.
Oh shit! I could have just clicked that and then
Clicked
been
it.
fine.
No. Oh, there we go.
It wasn't that bad. That's not the worst Hangman's Gambit I've had.
Nah.
This world. This Jabberwock Island we're on.
It's a virtual world that was inspired by the actual Jabberwock.
If he was... Wait a minute. If he was gonna
Damn.
say that anyway, what the fuck was the purpose of the Hangman's Gambit?
To fuck with you, Jay. To give you a big, like, welcoming fuck you into the 6th trial.
You know what I hate in this game more than I do Nagito? I hate Hangman's Gambit more than I hate Nagito. And that's a lot. I'll be honest with you. That is a
That's
fucking
fair.
lot.
That's fair.
Hell, I hate Hangman's Gambit more than I do Kazuichi. Our fans are gonna hate me. You think we're gonna get comments on... You think we're gonna get comments on this talking about how they love Kazuichi and they're tired of me bullying him?
Maybe someday. Probably not right away, but maybe someday. Like, once we're, like, doing something else, they'll be like, how dare you fucking slander Kazuichi?
It's gonna be like, it's not slander if it's true. But also, like, it's the same thing that happened in Doki Doki. I'm not gonna go into specifics. But I bullied a certain character, and then we had an argument in the comments, which I'm never gonna do again. I'm never gonna get into an argument in the comment section again.
Yeah, never gonna happen again.
Nope. Except for that one time when that one person pisses me off. Am I allowed to have arguments with AA in the comment section? Okay, cool.
Hey,
So, this isn't the real world, but if you want, you can call it the game world. You get it? It's all just one big game.
True.
Are you friggin' serious?
How's no one else figured this out yet?
That's a very good question.
don't fucking mess with me, you bastard.
I guess it's a very good simulation.
Just to tell us bullshit.
Wait, did he just say that from the beginning just to say that, like, to fuck with everybody? I mean,
This
that's...
is a game. Are my words being displayed in a text window right now?
No, Kazuichi, they are absolutely not being said within a text window. Not even a little bit.
That's stupid. There's no way that's even possible.
I agree. Kazuichi, you could never be wrong.
I know. The all-in-your-mind trope makes you feel such cruel despair.
Despair? Yeah, but the problem is that no one's gonna believe Monokuma, and then this is gonna turn into an argument. I feel like that's what's gonna happen, and why he was so easily able to just tell the truth from the get-go.
But who cares? I've revived all the suspense and mystery with just one line. 'Cause it's a game.
Then
'Cause
we
it's
were
a game.
forced to kill each other.
Wait, but the question is, are the people outside of the game still alive, or are they dead?
It's a good question.
That's what's curious to me.
'Cause it's a game.
It's a game.
A lot of crazy shit happened.
That did.
'Cause it's a game.
'Cause it's a game.
Yeah, I love how they don't even re-record the voice line. It's just the same one over and over again.
We're the only
Yeah.
people here. 'Cause it's a
'Cause it's a game.
Monokuma's nonsensical abilities.
'Cause it's a game.
Don't fuck with me. That's not even possible.
'Cause it's a game!
'Cause it's a
You
game.
guys are pissed, but you were having fun too, right? A world where anything goes only exists in games.
No, that actually happened to Makoto and the rest of them. That was real. That wasn't a game.
So just force yourself to accept it.
I do kind of hate the whole cop-out of, oh, it's all in a game.
See,
However, I don't know how much these events within the game
I'll-
really...
I'll talk to you about it more when we finish the game.
Yeah, because I'm sure it'll make
Um,
more sense at the end.
But I don't think it's a cop-out.
I think in usual terms it is a cop-out, and that's why I said that.
Fair enough. However, Danganronpa's different.
It's like if like at the end of a story, it's like it was all a dream,
Yeah.
which is like, but again, that depends on how much all of this stuff affects the outside world too.
Yeah, and like the dream twist is stupid 99% of the time, but it has its place 1% of the time, and I feel similarly about this. You know.
This
I guess I'll
core
figure it
It's-
out.
This game world was the true stage of this killing school trip.
Just stop. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna believe that.
Again, as I said earlier, I really feel like the problem is here is that no one's going to believe Monokuma, and this is going to turn into an argument. And I just don't understand why it has to be an argument.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Back in the day, people must have reacted the same way when they first saw the airplane take flight.
Stupid Wright brothers, they were from North Carolina.
But like wearing contact lenses, it'll stop feeling strange once you just get used to it.
The Wright brothers are one of the only things we have. We have them and Mr. Beast.
Please do not compare reality to contact lenses.
Yeah. Interesting metaphor of Monokuma. I kind of love it, actually.
It is a very fascinating
What
one.
does that make us?
You're real still, dumbass.
Better not say we're fictional characters.
Oh no.
Reality is to, like...
Wait,
Your
that
naked
means
eye,
that all of
as the
Monokuma's
simulation
like
is to
completely
contact
fourth wall
lenses.
breaking stuff wasn't him talking to us specifically. It was just being very obvious at the fact. Holy shit, that's so meta.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like that, you could write that off as a fourth wall break, but also he was talking
Yeah,
about Makoto watching because Makoto was
Yeah,
watching
because
without being able
Makoto
to do
said
anything.
that they've been able to watch. Yeah, they just can't do anything.
Dude, that's so interesting.
So when Monokuma was like, "Well, I'm sure someone's feeling nostalgic right now." I mean, it's pretty bad nostalgia, like pretty twisted nostalgia. But I
And
bet
they
Makoto
probably
was
all
feeling pretty.
had separate amounts of PTSD, but you know.
Navigation created this world using a program called the Neo World Program.
Yep.
It's
And that-
programmed to place the user in a virtual world by synchronizing directly with the user's brain.
Wait, if it's synchronizing directly with their brain, does that mean if they die in the game, they die in real life, as in Tron?
As in Tron.
Either,
It's a good question.
Either Tron or the third.
I expected
the
you to
third,
say SAO,
the,
but
the third Spy Kids movie, or SAO, specifically SAO abridged.
the superior piece of media.
Exactly. SAO abridged is my favorite anime.
It's got nothing on the Ghost Stories dub.
Your body still exists in the real world.
I don't know, man. Actually, that's a fight for the gods. SAO abridged versus the Ghost Stories dub. I
true.
still need to watch this Ghost Stories dub. I think that would be my favorite
It's so
thing in the
good.
entire world.
It's
But
so
right
good.
now, you're completely submerged in the game world, as if you're dreaming or something.
I mean, when I dream, I don't think about death games.
Do you dream of Electric Sheep, Jay? Are you an android, Jay?
I don't dream of electric sheep. The things I dream about are weird. Like last night, I dreamt. Well, I mean, I keep dreaming about being in relationships with people, and it's weird. Not like real people, just people that my brain makes up.
I frequently dream about drugs. Not gonna lie.
Well, you're a fucked up person.
It's kind of a problem.
You're dreaming about drugs because you want more drugs. I'm dreaming of relationships because
No.
I want to be in a
No,
relationship.
that's not why.
No.
It's because I think about them a lot.
That's what I thought. And I think about love a lot, so that's why it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why I'm dreaming about being in love with such random people. I was at a wedding, not my own wedding, but I was at a wedding in my dream last night. That was weird.
Crazy.
You ever been to a wedding?
Yes, I was the ring bearer for my aunt's wedding, like 15 years ago.
Aviators are not that great pairs of sunglasses. They're not my favorites.
Avatar, right? An existence created in the game is a copy of the user's real body.
This really is SAO.
But we're not just regular avatars, right?
Your avatars were constructed by removing a specific thing from your bodies in the real world.
What did you remove?
Specific thing was removed from our bodies. He's definitely talking about our school memories. Our ultimate talents.
I see.
Our families.
What was removed from us was our school memories, right?
Nope.
It's true, we don't have our school memories.
We're avatars that were created from our memories from before we entered the academy?
Okay, cool. So that didn't turn into an argument. I'm really happy about this, actually.
So that's why we don't have our memories of our lives at Hope's Peak Academy? Don't talk like that! Like we're made from memories of the past. like we're avatars. Like this is a game world.
I still need to see the new Avatar.
Well,
How are we
sorry,
gonna talk
Akane, it's
sci-fi
true.
crap? I'll never believe it.
Have you ever seen Avatar?
I saw the first one, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the first one too. The new one I've heard interesting things about. Some people really like it, other people really hate it.
Yeah, I've heard divisive things on it. I haven't seen Avatar since it came out.
I need to
So,
rewatch the first
I'll have to rewatch
Avatar
it
before
first.
I watch the second one, yeah.
I'm not in a rush to, because I got so many other things to watch.
I agree, and I don't really care about James Cameron that much.
Me neither.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not sci-fi, it's a game!
The way he says game is so funny to me. This world is a virtual reality created by a computer program. We can't proceed if we don't accept it.
Because
Believing
it's a
in really the only thing we
game!
can do? Oh, here we go with an argument. Dude, this is such a sad argument!
I know, right? Kind of sucks.
Okay, so what do we have? We have the Hope to Cultivation Plan, Neo World Program, Reserve Department, Tragedy of Hope's Peak, The Tragedy, Killing School Life, Remnants to Despair, List of Subjects.
Is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
You are the evidence!
Oh, I was like, where the fuck are we in the guide? That was in the wrong section. That was my bad.
Your avatar's made of
I like to
memories
follow
from
along
before you entered the school.
with the guide so I know
But
like
your
where we
actual
are in the
bodies
trial.
real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school
Have no
life,
memories, that's
your
true.
real bodies actually lived that life.
What game world? What avatar?
Tragedy
I'm a
of
human
Hope's
being
Peak.
with a real body.
It's a virtual world where avatars that were created for this world. I don't want to believe something like that, but...
Future.
Okay, so I'm going to read what we have. We've got the Neo World Program, we have Reserve Department, we have Tragedy of Hope's Peak, we have The Tragedy, and Killing School Life. Our Neo World Program is down here. The program, it allows the subject to experience a synthetic virtual world that refers undue trauma. It was a program created for hope. Okay, so the Reserve Department, that has nothing to do with anything. Tragedy of Hope's Peak. Hope's Peak invested all their resources to create Yuzuru Kamakura. I don't know what that has to do with anything either. And the tragedy itself was the thing where she created the whole world going down in flames. Is there... Wait, what else do we have? Because we have one more. And the Remnants to Despair. List of subjects would be, I think, would make sense. Every names are written under this list of subjects. The list is written on a newspaper article.
What does that mean?
I'm concerned.
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school. But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though
That's
you have
how-
no memories of your
Oh, I
time
didn't mean to
living
click
your
that, my
school
bad.
life, your real bodies actually lived that life.
That must
There we go.
I'm
You are
gonna-
like,
Hmm?
you are very good at this game, Jay. I do have to say
Teacher's
that.
Lounge.
Do you really think
Found a
so?
Strange newspaper clipping.
Yeah, you. Maybe you're just paying more attention than me, but you're way better than me at finding the points.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
like, I am. You did that like immediately. You went through it once. You then read the truth bullets, and then you immediately were like, okay, this bullet at this place. Like, yeah,
Cool.
you're very good at this game.
Cool. I'm gonna fail miserably later, but thanks. Because I just remember that Hiyoko looked so completely different.
But she looked more like an
Yeah.
adult than the Hyoko we knew.
Like an adult? What does that mean?
That means she lived her full life. Does that mean that everybody's gonna look different outside the game? That's an interesting
Well,
thought.
I mean, yes, but probably not as drastically.
Yeah. It's true.
Because like Hiyoko was just didn't have her growth spurt
Yeah.
yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Akane, for example, already looks pretty grown.
But does that mean Baby Man's gonna grow, or do you think Baby Man's
Maybe.
fairly grown enough?
He might have a growth spurt, although also some people are just are Fuyuhiko's build.
Yeah, and I'm not at all trying to bash people like that. I'm just fascinated to see who has any type of growth and who won't.
I know, Jay.
Since we're avatars right now, we look exactly as we did before we entered the school. But in the real world, we've already lived out our school lives. Which means we've grown that much older. And among us, some age so much we didn't recognize them.
That is a really interesting thought.
And you are saying that happened to Hyoko?
It appears Hiyoko had a growth spurt during the school year. Looks like the other shorty graduated, Fuyuhiko.
I can't believe that. You're just making shit up.
I'm not short, fuck you.
But if you guys only had memory loss, your body still should have grown during that time, right?
But you're avatars, so you
It's
didn't.
true.
So you should have felt your bodies go through growth spurts. But why didn't you guys recognize each other?
Because we did not know each other before we lost our memories.
If we all met after we lost our school memories, it's no different than meeting each other for the first time.
That's true.
Since we didn't know each other before that, we wouldn't have noticed how much we've all grown.
No, hold on. If we didn't know each other before and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other, then why wouldn't he have noticed a difference?
He?
None of us would have ever known each other. However, Monokuma. No. Wait, hold on. Am I sure it's this person? Nope, that's not right. Okay. Sorry, that was just an instant thought. But then again, Monokuma wouldn't say anything anyway. We didn't we wouldn't have known if we aged. Oh,
realize you
it's
could select
Fuyuhiko.
Monokuma, not gonna lie.
Fuyuhiko would have. It's about Peko.
You're the only one! Hey, Fuyuhiko. You knew Peko for a long time, right?
I mean, that wasn't bad. That wasn't the best that I've ever done, but it didn't take me that long.
Yeah. Now
No,
that you
I'm
mention it.
surprised you could select Monokuma.
To be fair, Monokuma is a fair guess.
Yeah.
Even though he wouldn't be at Hope's Peak at that point.
Why can you select Monokuma?
I think it's just meant to.
Sorry.
I think it's because we're running out of options and it's funny to select Monokuma.
Makes sense.
No. Now that I think about it, it's definitely strange.
Very.
Strange? What is?
Our school memories. About how many days' worth were taken away.
As the creators of the Neo World program, only the Future Foundation would know the details, but around 2 or 3 years worth, I assume.
Yeah, and they haven't grown at all.
That long?
That's nuts.
Peko and I have seen each other almost every single day of our lives. If we lost 2 years' worth of memories, we would have noticed that we were older than we remembered.
It's true.
Does that mean our memory loss is another one of Monokuma's lies?
Your refusal to accept your mutual memory loss is why you can't notice all the important parts.
It's a game.
Lost your memories, end of story. You guys are avatars who had their memories taken from them.
I just can't keep hearing avatars and not think about the blue people. Or Aang.
It's a good point. Or Aang.
Virtual world.
Blue people are more relevant currently, but definitely Aang is the better one.
Well, they're making a TV show that hopefully is good.
Are you saying
Yeah.
we just have to accept that?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think they're making a movie first,
Feel my
actually.
heartbeat, and I know what I smell like.
Why are you smelling
They're making a
yourself?
movie about the adult gang.
That's cool.
GAANG.
GAANG.
Adult gang.
What do you call these things I'm feeling? Are you saying these are all lies?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just because it's a game doesn't mean everything was a lie.
So this is where
Very
the lack of cop-out exists.
Have you heard that when you're hypnotized to believe you've been burned, a burn mark will really appear?
So does that mean all the people are actually dead because they were convinced that they actually died?
It's a good question, Jay.
That's fascinating.
So if our brains believe something is real, it's no different than if it actually happened?
It's true.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I did hear about a phenomenon quite similar to that.
It's like the experiment where you give someone a fake hand, like you have their left hand sitting in
Yep.
front of them and their right hand sitting like somewhere they can't see, and they pretty much sync the way that the fake hand and your hand feel, and then they smash
Yep.
the fake hand and it feels like you had your hand smashed.
Yep. Exactly.
That's so fascinating.
In a distant country, There was a certain experiment carried out on one of their prisoners. The prisoner was blindfolded, strapped to a bed, and had small wounds applied to his toes to drain his blood.
Damn.
That prisoner was left alone in the experiment room as the sound of dripping blood echoed throughout the room.
Oh, it's like the water drop thing almost.
But in fact,
Yeah.
his blood was not being drained. He was just forced to listen to the sound of dripping water, but he believed he was bleeding to death.
So then he died?
However, in spite of that, the prisoner still
Yeah.
died.
That's horrifying.
Isn't that crazy?
That's absolutely horrifying.
That, like, I don't know if this experiment is true. It's probably bullshit. But maybe it is true. But that
How
kind
can
of
you
thing
simp
we have
whenever
for
she knows
humanity.
about torture? Maybe
She's a fucking head of state, man. Of course she knows about torture.
maybe he just wants to be tortured. It's kind of a weird kink.
She's a fucking, like, princess, literally.
Can I be a pretty princess?
I've got dibs first, but I'll let you know if there's a second slot.
But I asked first. I just find this simping very bizarre.
If a lie is a believable lie, you're saying it might become the truth?
So that's what's gonna happen to everybody who died in the game. They're gonna die in real life because they believe that they died.
I mean, like, if a lie is a believable lie, you're saying it might come to truth? Yes.
Mhm.
That is exactly what we're saying. Like, think about the idea that, like, you know, what if, like, something, you know, like, there was a room with 3 people in it, right? And person A, person B, and person C. Person A killed person B.
Yes.
And person A and person C left the room and told everyone person C killed person B.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Then that becomes
And they were
the truth.
both on board with this lie. Now, for the rest of reality, that is
What
what
happened.
people teach. Therefore, that is what happened.
Yep.
You know, for
Just
all
like,
intents
just
and
like how the
purposes,
history
that
books
believable lie
can be
becomes the truth.
altered, and everyone
Yeah.
believes that's what happened.
Which is why I think, like, the truth, like, has a place and is very important, but also is a little bit overrated. I think truth equals good is not necessarily true.
I think it does in certain situations. It all just depends on.
Yeah, I know. I think it's
context.
usually good. Like, I think truth is more often than not good. But I argue that it's not inherently good.
That's fair. Anyways, continuing.
We're really just connected to machines and stuff. And our consciousness was uploaded into here. So we genuinely
got it.
believe that this game world was real.
So that, but they haven't said anything about whether those people are actually dead yet. We just have to figure that out.
Then the Jabberwock Island we've been living on.
Of course, that's also a virtual world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Titty Typhoon! Sorry, that's the best kept place on the map, and you can't convince me otherwise.
That sea, that beach,
Best place in the entire
buildings,
game.
everything. It's all a virtual world created by the Neo World program.
I had an argument in the car the other day about whether titties was a funny word or not.
Oh, it's the most funny word.
Because I was talking, my buddy from the army came back, and him and his girlfriend went out to eat.
Why do you think I semi frequently call my HRT pills titty skittles?
They are titty skittles. I like to call them tit tacs.
Tic Tacs. I like that one too.
But anyways, we were in the car and we were having an argument, and I like look over at my buddy and I'm like, dude, because me and his girlfriend are arguing about whether titties is a funny word or not. And I look at him and he's just like, dude, please stop talking to my girlfriend about boobs. I just thought it was so fucking funny.
That's wonderful. I love that.
It's just like this space we're in right now.
Which disappointed me because he used boobs rather than saying titties.
What you
Yeah,
see
like, come
for us
on,
is a virtual
loser.
environment
Jeez.
created by the program.
That's disappointing. I thought
Sorry,
I thought we were
I'm in a
friends,
state
man.
today.
I thought we were friends, man.
It looks real because
Yeah.
our brains think it's real.
Do you think it's real? Does that mean if we believe hard enough that Danganronpa actually happened?
Yeah, if we put it in the history books in 300 years, people will be like, yeah, Danganronpa actually happened. That's the truth, and then it becomes true.
Cool.
Exactly. That's how it works.
You know, Japan rewrote their history books
I didn't know that.
Like they put them in hotel rooms, and it's like like Japan was like, we did nothing wrong in the war,
I see.
and they had to take those books away because China was supposed to stay there for like the Olympics or something, and they were like, we're not going to stay here if we have these fucked up books in our rooms.
Huh.
Sorry, I heard that on a podcast.
Oh, so they rewrote it to be more accurate?
No, they rewrote it to make Japan seem better than it was.
Oh yeah, okay. But they took them away. Wait.
But because China complained and they had to take those books away, not because of their own volition, but because they wanted to.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that's really awful. You know they're taking the Trail of Tears out of history books?
What is the Trail of Tears?
You know where the Native Americans had to walk all the way to the you remember a bunch of Native Americans were taken away from their homes by American settlers, and they had to walk all the way to the new places, and a lot of Native Americans died that way.
Okay, yeah, I knew about that. Look, I failed all of my history classes, so I don't know the names or dates of anything.
But Native American, they're taking that out of history books,
That's
which
ridiculous.
I find fucked.
See, I liked in my middle school history class, when we got to like the Christopher Columbus stuff.
Yeah.
My history teacher was like, "All right, we are not using the textbook. Here are primary sources about Christopher Columbus," and it was great.
That's amazing. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna plug in my
Take your time.
my thing real quick. My bad. I know. I'm the worst. Everyone hates Jay Wilson, including Jay Wilson actually loves himself quite a bit.
Nobody hates Jay Wilson.
I have gotten to the point where I'm like reprogramming the way that I think and deciding that I'm not gonna be any type of self-deprecating. So I have to be nice to myself.
That's a good idea. That's what I've done recently. Oh, not recent. I mean, that's relatively recent. That's what I've done too.
Like lately, because I realized that I have really low self-worth and I'll never be able to be happy if that continues.
Yeah, I see, like, for a while, like, you know, one of the things I said a lot was that I don't like doing things, which is still, like, true, but I've tried to say it less, because the more I say that, the more I'm just reinforcing that as a fact.
That's the problem.
And, you know, if I stop reinforcing it as a fact, well, then maybe it won't be a fact.
And that's why I'm, like, apologizing a lot less for talking to people and stuff.
Yay, I'm glad. That's good. That's how you do it. You should also self-aggrandizing jokes are great.
That's why I'm
Talk
the best.
yourself up.
That's why I'm the best.
Call yourself the shit.
That's why I've been doing that for years, Orion. The problem was that I was doing self-deprecation at the same time. Now I just need an ego.
Instead of calling yourself shit, call yourself the shit, and you're good.
I'm awesome.
That's the
cool,
solution.
And women love me.
True.
And not just the crazy ones.
Not just the crazy ones.
Nope.
The crazy ones, yes, but more than just the crazy ones.
More than just the crazy ones, exactly. That's why, in the end... Oh, that's... Whoa. It was all just a creation. That's the truth. Oh shit, now we can see all the ones
There
and
you
zeros.
go.
That's amazing.
I know, right? The hex code.
The truth is, it was all a lie. That is this world's truth.
If everything's a lie, then what should we believe?
Who cares if it's a lie?
I agree with that, honestly. It's like whenever you live your whole life and someone hits you with information that like changes your perspective on everything, but at the end of the day, it's like, why should that matter? You know what I mean? Like,
Interesting. Yeah, I do.
Like, it's a very fascinating way to live your life. Like, I don't know. I think certain epiphanies are important, but I think other epiphanies that you understand don't have to be as world-shattering as you make them.
Yeah, I mean, like,
It's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective. It's all about you. It's about what you value, and it's about what you prioritize. And the best revelations change the way change what you prioritize. And in that way, they can be earth-shattering, earth-shaking, or whatever.
I think the only problem... I think they don't always have to... I think the problem is some people make huge epiphanies, and they don't take them in the good way. They take them in the bad way, where they just decide that nothing matters anymore, which I find to be a horrible thought. I just think that a lot... I think bringing yourself to a point, even if, no matter how awful the thing that you're told is, you shouldn't give up on everything, is my point.
For sure. 100%. I mean, like, here's my perspective. Nothing matters. And therefore, do what you're gonna like live your best life. You know what I mean?
Nothing Else Matters by
Like-
Metallica.
Nothing matters except what you want to matter. Nothing matters except for what matters to you or what matters to someone else. Like things that matter are subjective. It's not about some overall meaning.
You know,
It's
there's
not
a
about
really
some overall
cool
purpose.
song
It's
about that.
What you do here, and that's beautiful in my opinion.
There's a really
and
cool
I think
song
that's
about
what keeps
that.
me going.
Better Than You by Teo is the best example.
Yeah.
Link the album in the description.
Oh my god. Maybe once it comes out.
Once it comes out, exactly. It better come out, or else I'm gonna throw a fit. Someone
It
start.
will. I'm
someone start,
making sure of it.
Someone
Don't
start bullying Teo, and by someone
Oh, I
I
have
mean
been.
a
Don't
riot.
worry.
Good. Long tangent aside,
Hey, what are
Yeah.
you getting
See.
at?
Okay.
the general gist of the conversation is this: you're gonna come to a lot of epiphanies within your life, and the way that you take them and understand them and realize everything is up to you, and it honestly doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, try to not take it unhealthily, and like Araya said, nothing matters anyway.
Yeah, except for what matters to you.
Yeah, exactly. It only matters if you want it to matter.
And what matters to the people who matter to you.
Yep, that's the problem.
And then therefore, and what matters to the people who
Matter to them.
to the people who matter to you.
What pretty much
And then it's just a branching tree.
What that
and then
means is
therefore,
that
you can justify that the only thing that matters is the stuff that matters subjectively to each individual.
the government, stupid
Yeah,
government.
fuck the government.
Please don't fuck the government.
Good point. All right. Anyways,
I mean,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
game.
really a game world. Everything that happened here took place inside the game, right?
That's true.
Then that must mean
Is this them coming to the same conclusion I did earlier, that everyone's not actually dead?
God, look at all those
That's
people.
right. The killings we were forced to commit were part of some silly game.
It's true. God, that's nuts how many
Everyone who was
murders
killed
occurred.
should still be alive in the real world.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Just because they died in the virtual world doesn't mean they died in real life.
So it's not SAO?
so. You are saying everyone is still alive?
Yeah, that's it. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Monokuma's gonna be like, no. Here it goes.
What's it?
Here it is.
If a lie is a believable lie, it might become the truth.
Yep, that's the
It's what you
second
said earlier,
epiphany
Fujisan.
that I had.
Don't tell me. You mean
The Neo World program isn't just any game. It's next-gen software containing the ultimate reality.
Yeah.
And speaking of that reality, if a player's avatar experiences death, their brains inside their actual bodies will stop functioning too.
That is terrifying. So it is SAO.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Araya, do you want to play SAO with me since it's 2023 now?
I'd love to.
Cool. Do you see the VR headset that was made as a meme that will actually kill you if you die in the game?
I have not seen that.
It's so funny. It just pretty much got a spike built into it that if you die in the game, it'll just... It's definitely not something that they're actually selling, but it's so funny to look at.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, like as a proof of concept joke.
Exactly.
Then everyone who died.
I don't know why they're having this epiphany. We already knew they were dead. Well, it's still sad to think about because they got that glimmer of hope for a second.
It's not like their bodies are completely dead. So I
Oh,
wouldn't
they're just
say it's
vegetableized.
death, but that's why it's actually crueler instead. All that's left of them are
They're brain
empty
dead.
husks.
Like I said, they're vegetables.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Are you saying
Yeah, no, it's
you will
crazy.
never awaken
Like
again?
people who become brain dead like that, it's very interesting to think about because their body, like, is still living,
But
their
they're-
muscle
they just have
memory somehow,
nothing.
like they still know how to. Actually, I don't know if they know how to breathe. Actually, they might have to breathe with machines.
Who knows?
I think they might have to breathe with machines. Now that I think about it, but like they can't like, their brain just doesn't have any activity.
What the
But like their body is still living. Like that's so weird.
That's
Like,
I think it's a worse
disturbing.
fate than that death, don't you?
Yeah, well, no, because if you're brain dead, it's the same thing to you. Like, we don't know what happens when you die, right? To consciousness, if it just ceases to exist or whatever. But the same thing would happen if you're brain dead.
But
because
if you're
your
brain
just
dead,
isn't
then
functioning anymore.
what would you say that, like, wouldn't that also be the same thing? Wouldn't your consciousness also die?
Yeah, it would be the exact same thing as death. Like, if to you, to the person who is.
But I feel like from an outside perspective, it's so much worse.
Yeah, just because more resources have to be used up and people can get false hope and yeah.
No. It's not even like just for the resources. I just mean like to watch someone that you know actually die, but their body's still there. That's the terrifying thing to think about.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I agree with you.
But it would be almost impossible to pull the plug on something like that.
I'm going to be very intentionally vague here. I knew someone who had a heart attack in college and became brain dead.
Oh, you told me this story.
Yeah. It was a crazy experience. But yeah,
That's nuts.
very sad.
God. Anyways, before this gets too dark.
Well, nobody's gonna appreciate a game where you don't die when you're supposed to, right?
I guess it's
It's
fair.
on theme, right?
Yeah.
What game? That's not what we risked our lives for.
Yeah. This is the worst version of SAO. There's not even cool dual wielding.
I know, right?
Where's Heathcliff doing the cheat? Where
It's the lame SAO.
Where's the harem of girls after Kirito?
If you
Come
want
on,
to
where's the
be
best
bad,
character,
you have
Kirito? I don't
the
see
Future
him.
Foundation. They're forcing you to play this game.
Where's the
Can
true
you
black
imagine Kirito
swordsman?
in Danganronpa, Jay? Can you imagine Kirito as the protagonist of Danganronpa?
It wouldn't even be fair. Mans would
Honestly,
literally
his
walk,
personality might fit a protagonist of a Danganronpa game, not gonna lie.
but Mans would literally walk through it. I'm saying he also has like a godly amount of Riz. Do you know what Riz is?
No.
It's a shorter term of charisma. He has such an amount of charisma, and it's specifically meaning when it comes to like gaining the attraction of the opposite sex. Man is just built for it.
Yeah.
Like the problem is
also Kirito's voice actor is Makoto's voice actor.
That's true. That is a conversation we had the first time we played this game.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's the same one who did Meliodas and a bunch of other characters that I enjoy. Anyways, continuing this conversation. It's fascinating as hell to think about. I don't know. But
True. No, it really is.
Kirito would but the problem is all the girls there wouldn't be any romance in the game anymore. It'd all just be every girl running after Kirito.
Oh my god, I want to see a Danganronpa fan game with SAO characters now. That'd be so funny. And you can just straight up steal like Makoto's voice lines.
Can we get a mod where it's not Makoto, it's Kirito?
Oh my god, just replace all of the images for Makoto with Kirito, and then like model a text to say Kirito instead of Makoto. Or Kazuto Kirigiri.
Yeah, Kirigaya.
No, Kirigaya. Kazuto Kirigaya. Kirigiri is Kyoko's last name.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
But, dude, he's trying to say that this is the Future Foundation's fault, but we know that it isn't.
Future Foundation? The people from the Future Foundation made us play this sick game? Everything was their doing?
No, it wasn't.
Monomi and Chiaki were...
They betrayed the Future Foundation to protect us. And then they were taken out.
That's not true.
See. So our real enemy is the Future Foundation.
Hajime, you're gonna have to do some real Lelouch-style plays here to make everything make sense. Future Foundation is our real enemy? No, Haji. Dude, come on!
And on topic, and just sent me a tweet that says, "Sci-fi author. In my book, I invented the Torment Nexus as a cautionary tale. Tech company. At long last, we have created the Torment Nexus from classic sci-fi novel Don't Create the Torment Nexus." As a response to me sending them the SAO-inspired VR headset article.
That is amazing. Is that it? Is that really it? No, it isn't, dumbass. Oh, that's cool. They made an 8-bit version.
I know, right? I do love this trial. This trial's great.
All right, let's just read it all and figure out what's going on.
World program was developed by the Future
Yeah,
Foundation,
Which is true.
5317957 something 5COF 6
Doing right.
771F
The enemy is the Future
6F
Foundation. I mean,
552F.
a group that would make a killing game.
They didn't. It was the
Killing.
Remnants of Despair.
Good guys.
Wait, not Remnants of Despair. Where's the thing that has to do with the... Wait, is it Remnants of Despair? Even after Jinko, the tragedy will never end. That's not the one I'm
Doesn't
looking
say
for.
anything specifically.
The one that has to do with the glitch in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Would that... Isn't that... Wait. Neo World Program. Allows... It's a program for creating hope. Okay, we'll just use Neo World Program.
After the virus infected it, yeah.
Then the Future Foundation is truly an organization of evil.
Nope.
Not sure about that, Sonia.
I disagree.
The Neo
Our boy
World program
Makoto
was
is a part of it.
developed by the Future Foundation.
The ones who trapped us in. It's all the Future Foundation.
And the enemy is
Division
the Future
14 or whatever.
A group that would make a kill. No,
Nailed it again, Jay.
I didn't even mess up that time.
Yeah.
I'm so cool and awesome.
Originally, in the world created by the Neo World program, a concept like violence never existed.
Then why is there killing going on?
It's the
The
virus.
virus that invaded this program is forcing us to kill each other.
I'm getting better at this game, but of course I'm waiting till the 6th trial.
Well, we got another game like this.
That virus is.
Imagine if in
Although
this...
by the time we get to it.
That's the problem, right? The 3rd game, by the time we get to there, it won't even fucking matter
Oh.
anymore.
You're right. Until Monokuma appeared, this island was giving off a really peaceful vibe.
Because not only do we have to wait to get through another game to get to that game, we have to watch an anime too.
Yep. And maybe a book club.
And also, but that'll be like a separate entity.
Yeah. No, it'll be. Yeah, that can happen while we're doing a different series.
Exactly.
Even if we do it.
Yeah.
Hey, yo!
Weird.
Oh my god, the beach
yo!
episode.
This Monami.
When Taro
Oh my
was
god,
like, I wanna rub
Kazuichi looks
lotion on
so
your
much like
Nekomaru.
Leon there.
This was the moment we found out Taro was bisexual.
That is true. Because he's staring at Nekomaru.
He was like, I want to apply lotion. Does anyone want lotion to apply to them? Obviously, like, meaning women or something. But
Yeah.
then Nekomaru was like, I'd love some lotion or sunscreen or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm not picky, you know?
Kazuichi looks a lot like Leon in the bottom.
It's true.
That is weird to think about.
Well, because his hair is pink, but
Dude, I hate the fact that they specifically used Mekon for fan service.
I know, right? It sucks.
It's uncomfortable.
The text box is black, and therefore it's darkening the pink into red.
Yep.
And then also he doesn't have his clothes on, so it's like
Yeah.
kind of looks like Leon.
I think it's just the hairstyle, in my opinion.
What sort of role did such a lost girl like her have in this world?
The
Hey,
observers.
change the subject.
That's also something we need to clear up. Monami Urasami's role that she had.
I see.
Didn't even read the funny options.
I should have, but I also just need to know because I'm really wanting to understand what's going on, and I feel like at the end of this game there's going to be some big epiphany, and I'm going to be really happy, and I also really want to see Makoto again.
That's right. She was an NPC that was assigned the role of observer.
Yeah, but Chiaki wasn't an observer. Well, she was, but she wasn't an NPC.
NPC? What's that?
Monokuma, could you explain?
Non-player character. A character that's not controlled by a person. It's different from avatars like us.
That's true.
Monami's existence was created entirely by the program, just to monitor the 15 of you.
That's fascinating.
Please wait. Did you just say 15 people?
15 whole people?
You've forgotten how to count. We're 16 people in total.
Yeah, but the Chiaki doesn't count.
He was probably excluding the other observer.
Yep.
Huh? Another observer?
Future Foundation's other observer that has to be referred to Byakuya Tagami, Usami, Monokuma.
I see.
See, I read all the funny options that
Aside from
time.
the 15 participants,
There you go.
there were 2 observers in the Neo World program.
Monokuma and Monami.
One of them was Monami, and the other one was...
Could it have been Chiaki?
What's even the fucking
Yeah.
point of us doing this anymore?
You're right.
Yeah, we're setting the grounds.
You're saying
Groundwork.
Chiaki was an NPC?
No.
I thought this was obvious. I thought we talked about this. Well, I mean, I don't know about NP. You know, I thought we knew all this already.
No, Chiaki was real because she was in the list of subjects.
Then she wasn't human?
She didn't exist at all? Nope. Not human?
No, that's not it. Chiaki was really alive. Even if she was a virtual existence, she was really alive.
But I don't think she was a virtual existence. There's something off about that.
Well, so they did say 15 people, not 16,
That's true.
when they said they found everyone.
That's true.
So she would be the most obvious choice for who they didn't, who was excluded from that.
Yeah, but she was
However,
already
you
a
know,
part. She was
she
already
might-
a part of Future Foundation.
That is a possibility.
Remember, because they said that they sent in someone from the Future Foundation to help the Observer.
I mean, I don't think they worded it that way, but
But
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't want her to be fake. Even more fake than she already is as a fictional character in the video game.
Did you forget? She saved our lives, you know?
That's true.
Don't get all mushy towards a game character.
Maybe she was a game character. Even if she was, I don't think that really matters.
I mean, they're all game characters. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. You're thinking about it too logically. Fuck off, Araya.
Shut up!
Thanks, Hajime.
Plus, she wasn't just a little game character. She was a lackey for the detestable World Ender.
That's a separate entity from the Future Foundation. World Ender?
Now that you mention it, you referred to the Future Foundation by that name before.
That just means it was all a bluff, right? So we think that the Future Foundation was our enemy.
Do not joke about the world ending.
No, there's no doubt that the Future Foundation is also World Ender. At least for those of us here.
For everyone who's here.
What do you mean, those of us here? Why are you lumping us with you?
It's just a bluff.
It's because he's
Monokuma, what exactly are you?
the remnants of despair.
Don't you just show us your true self already?
That would be really cool if they actually showed them.
You can't talk?
It is cowardly of you to just ignore us.
Before I reveal my true identity to you guys, it appears the main cast has finally arrived.
Oh god.
Oh, have they now?
Huh?
Main cast.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of which, this guy is a member of World Ender.
What? World Ender?
It's him! It's my boy! That's Makoto's voice, alright.
It's not the Future Foundation's fault. Rather, the fault lies...
Oh my god, look at him in all of his glory.
It's Nagito's voice. Wait a second.
Shut up. Shut up. Look at him. I'm so happy.
I am looking at him. No.
I'm so happy.
All right, I was waiting for you, Makoto. You finally arrived.
Makoto? Oh, it won't let me click until it came up to him. Look at him! He's at a trial again!
My name is Makoto Naegi. Like you, I'm also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy.
I love him.
And right now, I'm a member of the Future Foundation.
My beautiful boy.
You are from the Future Foundation?
Why did someone like you suddenly show up? I got it.
You came to save us, right? Then hurry up and save us!
God, look at him.
Hey, what happened?
What is this? Isn't he acting a bit strange? That could... Wait, if that's a fake version of him, I'll be upset. This guy's attitude. It's as if he's being cautious of us?
Of course, I don't mind rescuing you guys. But before that, you all need to fully accept the situation you're in.
That's not Makoto. That can't be Makoto.
No?
That's completely separate to the entity we just talked to earlier. Because that didn't seem like the main priority of Makoto from earlier.
I see.
The one from earlier's main objective was to get everybody out.
It's true.
The situation we're in?
Why do you think the Future Foundation decided to put you guys into the Neo World program?
And Makoto knows because he's the one who put them in there. Fuck.
Who cares? Hurry up and get us out of here!
The Neo World program has another name. The Hope Restoration Program.
No, it's the Hope Cultivation
we read
Program.
about that. Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Hope Restoration Program?
No, the Hope Cultivation Program is something else.
Our true identities.
Aren't we the 15 survivors of Hope's Peak Academy who were rescued by the Future Foundation?
Before you arrived here, Monokuma should have shown you guys some clues.
Dude, that's so dumb that he's using Makoto's likeness to try to confuse everybody.
Put them all together and try thinking about it.
Put it together and think.
All right.
Logic dive,
Best
baby.
minigame.
This is the best minigame.
You get 2 of those this trial.
Let's
and
go.
That's it. So
And
savor them.
This is the second to last logic dive. That's nuts.
Yep. Although there's a good one, there's a good similar one in it. I think it might be marginally less fun to play.
Oh, that was not on purpose.
Because I think it's easier, but I don't know, I like it a lot.
That's fine.
I don't know if I like it more or not.
Who are the 15 survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? Makoto's and the others. Not Makoto and the Hajime and the others. Because Makoto and the others are only 6 of them.
Makes sense. Who are the 15 survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? Hajime and the others. Seems like you were correct.
I'm so cool and awesome.
Right, here you go, Jay. You ready for the revelations that are about to happen?
I'm honestly really excited. To be honest with you, I've been waiting this whole fucking game for this. Question 2.
Question
Who are the
2.
remnants of despair?
Who are the
Makoto and
remnants of
others?
despair?
Monokuma. What?
Monokuma is not the remnants of despair. Monokuma is a virus.
He's being controlled by the No.
Yeah, he is. I mean, well, yeah, I mean...
What do you mean? Wait, Hajime and the others? Wait, what? What do you mean?
Well,
oh, wait, I can control him with my mouse? That's weird. So that's why he didn't want to kill them? That's why he's being so fucking unruly towards them? Oh my god! Holy shit!
Yeah, what a way to drop that, right?
Just within a logic dive. Of course it did, because it's Danganronpa. That's nuts.
Do you remember Chapter 0, Jay?
Yeah. Wait. In Chapter 0, there was that one dude that we were
Nagito
talking
with
to.
Junko's fucking hand, and then the other dude.
Yeah. Why were Hajime and the others put
Why
in
were
the-
Hajime and the others
To
put into
recover
the New
from
World
despair. Fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. That's fucking nuts. Damn.
It's all coming together.
That would make sense why Makoto's being so weird and
Could it be the
confused.
survivors of Hope's Peak Academy and the remnants of Ultimate Despair are...
Yes, both of those phrases refer to you guys.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's right. Not only are
Makes
you guys
sense.
the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy,
You're also survivors of Ultimate Despair.
Wow.
We're all Ultimate Despair?
Don't be stupid.
in the beginning, we took in 15 of you as survivors of Hope's Peak Academy. But upon further investigation, we discovered an unbelievable truth.
Interesting.
15 people we acquired were actually the horrifying remnants of despair.
Fascinating.
Us?
What is this ultimate despair?
I remember hearing that they're dangerous guys who are responsible for terrorism, coup d'etats, and wars.
Interesting.
Yes, they're responsible for the tragedy and brought chaos into the world.
That's insane. That's so fascinating.
Despair in human form, but utterly devoid of humanity. That's what you guys really are.
Holy fuck.
The ultimate despairs don't care about principles or morals. They just spread despair everywhere they go.
Wow.
They live solely to torment everything, to burn everything, to kill everything.
That's true.
We're part of a dangerous group like that?
That's gotta be a lie.
That's right. There's no way. There's no way we're all Ultimate Despair.
Nagito probably did what he did because he managed to learn the unbelievable truth.
Holy shit, that's why
Oh my
Nagito
God.
tried to kill everybody.
Because he found out that everyone was the remnants of despair, and he wants hope in his present state.
So he just wanted to kill everybody.
So he wanted the traitor from the future foundation to live. Nobody else.
Yeah. The traitor had nothing to do with despair.
Nagito, why are you bringing him up all of a sudden?
He's the only one who knew this truth before you guys. It was a special prize for clearing the final red room.
Confirmation.
Thank God we finally figured that out. Holy shit.
That file that contained all our student
That was it.
profiles? But inside,
Well, you had a different version
Oh
of
my
it.
god, I get to voice Chiaki.
But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details.
Details about our missing memories, information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
No, it used to have profiles from after you entered the school, but Nagito destroyed them before you saw it.
Huh?
why? Why do you know something like that?
Anyway, it's the absolute truth that the file had profiles about you guys after you entered the school.
Fascinating.
And after Nagito
Yeah.
obtained the file and learned the truth, what did
I
he
love
try
this
to
trial
do to
ground.
you guys?
It's so interesting. I think it's the most interesting out of the game.
Yeah.
Not Nagito learned the truth. What do you try to do to us? Are you telling us to answer that? Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, what was Nagito trying to do?
Kill us all.
There you go. Immediate. Good job.
Well, that's the only thing that made sense.
Lots of L's, man. I need an I first.
That's what I'm saying.
We need an I first.
There we
Game.
go.
There you go.
Oh, shit!
Are we gonna get no L's? Oh no! Okay, another I.
Imagine. Alright, now where are we? Where are our L's?
Oof.
Oh. Oh, that was not good.
We got an L.
You get one L. Call that two L's.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit.
At least they're going slow.
Oh, it just broke the other L. U. That's sad. I need an S.
Well, you know what, Jay?
What?
Savor it, because this is the last Hangman's Gambit in the game.
Thank God. Honestly, I'm not savoring shit. I need an A. A.
We're almost done. Two letters. One letter. One letter. We're
Nope,
free
that
of
was not
this
true.
torment.
Thank God.
There it is. And we're done. Oh, fuck you, Hangman's Gambit.
And it's not in the third game, right?
It is in the third game.
Fuck! Is it better
But
in
it
the
is
third
slightly
game?
better.
To kill everyone
Slightly.
except for the traitor.
Why does that have to be the game that stayed? Why can't we trade it for Logic Dive?
That's right.
That's a good question.
After seeing the file, you learn that everyone, including him, was ultimate despair.
That's true.
And he tried to kill everyone except the traitor.
Did Nagito
Yeah.
try to kill us because we were ultimate despair?
Yes.
Seems
because
like
of
it.
his love for hope and his hatred toward despair. I sort of understand that.
I don't think that was Makoto that we talked to in the prologue. I don't know who we talked to in the prologue, but I don't think it was Makoto.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't want to
Someone
kill
would hope,
anybody. But he also had some type of luck, but he also could be another character we haven't met yet. Or it could be a she for all we know.
That's true.
Don't mess with us. Why do we have to be treated like the bad guys?
There must be some kind of mistake. There's no way we're ultimate despair.
I don't need a twist like that.
We already had
It
it.
might seem unbelievable because you guys only have memories from before you entered the school. But it all happened at Hope's Peak Academy.
Yep.
You were tainted by ultimate despair because at Hope's Peak Academy, you were in contact with her.
Her?
The true ultimate despair. Junko Enoshima.
You
Oh,
remember,
there we
don't
go.
you, Makoto?
She strongly influenced you all during your time at the school. And that's why you became ultimate despair.
That's
In
so
order to
fascinating.
remove that influence, you've been placed into the Hope Restoration Program.
That's hope. I guess it's you being used as hope restoration, but before it was used as hope cultivation. I guess that really is Makoto. God, I'm on a roller coaster today.
Is that why you took away our school memories?
The reason you're able to act like your normal selves is because you're within the Neo World program. But your true bodies in the real world are different.
So that's why he saved all their lives, because he thought he could save them. That's so cool.
In the real world, you're part of a group that cruelly destroyed your family, friends, and even your own body.
That's why Nagito lost his hand.
Even your own body, eh?
That's why Nagito lost his hand.
Family, friends, and our own bodies. Aren't you exaggerating a bit?
He's right. There's no way we do something like that. Don't turn away
Oh,
from the
Hajime.
truth.
We're starting to hear Johnny Young Bosch a little more though. Like Hajime is starting to show emotion.
That's true. Well, wouldn't you if you were being told that you were actually a horrible person outside of a simulation that you've been placed in?
For sure. For sure. It's just like we're now finally hearing good voice acting
I love
from
hearing
Hajime.
I love hearing the two. I think that's also part of the reason I can't be as attached to Hajime as I am to Makoto. I just feel like there's so much more emotion that comes off Makoto than Hajime.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's kind of silly for, you know, that they got Johnny Young Bosch, and then he was pretty emotionally deadpan for most of the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Johnny Young Bosch is very good as Lelouch.
I agree. I think Lelouch is one of my favorite protagonists in anime. But also, dude, I love listening to the interaction between Makoto and Hajime. It's so fascinating to me. I love him. I missed Makoto so much. Shit. Wait, was that Hajime? That was Hajime at the beginning.
Was it?
Holy shit.
Sounded very different.
But of course he'd be different because he remembered how despairful he was.
Or hadn't forgotten, perhaps.
You know what I mean. Fuck. What was that just now? A memory? But you should have just told me to do a Lelouch voice.
Lelouch voice.
That person, that was Nagito, right? Vision and Nagito's mad at the truth bullet section of your handbook.
You got a new truth bullet.
That's awesome. We need to read that. Just for our sake.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, wrong one. The memory of the past. Nagito's arm seems unnatural somehow.
True. Hey, guys can wear nail polish.
Wait, but Nagito was saying that he hated her. I'm so confused.
Yeah. He also wears her arm. Where's your hand?
That's what's fascinating to me. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now, face what you've done. And from there, you will finally take your first steps on the path to hope.
Please tell them how to reach ultimate hope, Makoto. Look at him. I love how he looks exactly like he did in the first game.
I know, right?
But I could also
it kind of like doesn't really fit in with the Danganronpa 2 sprites because the Danganronpa 2 like sprite art style is like a little bit different from the Danganronpa 1 style. So seeing it together is a little weird.
What I find fascinating is that this could also just be that like an avatar, but Makoto could look different outside the simulation.
That's true.
Okay, so these are all truth bullets. I'm going to assume Vision and Nagito's there.
There's obviously some kind of mistake.
No.
There's no way we're ultimate despair.
Because you're all ultimate despair. You killed your friends and family. And you even destroyed your own bodies.
Woohoo, Jay! Hell yeah!
Didn't even have to redo it that time.
Actually a memory from the real world. What Nagito did was cut off his own arm and transplanted a woman's arm?
Yep.
Not just any woman's arm. It was the late Junko Enoshima's arm.
So they were on a boat being taken to this place where they're in the simulation.
The Jabberwock Island.
So they're on the real Jabberwock Island at the same time as being in a simulated Jabberwock Island.
I think they said the Neo program was on Jabberwock Island.
Yeah. But that's why in the prologue it sees them just floating across. And they look out and be like, that must be Jabberwock Island.
You mean in Chapter 0?
What did you say?
This is fascinating.
He probably thought that by becoming one with Junko Enoshima, he could make her survive within it.
But then who was he talking about that he hated so much?
Junko Enoshima.
But he wanted her to survive too? Did he hate her
Nagito is an interesting person.
I agree. I'm just trying to understand his thought process and I'm just not getting anywhere.
I don't think you're going to right now.
Yeah, my wheels are spinning.
The ultimate despairs defy understanding. They have no problem severing their own limbs.
That's true.
I am terribly sorry. I do not feel so well. Where's the bathroom?
It's just a game anyway, so why don't you just let it out? I'm pretty sure a select few would demand that.
Talking about Kazuichi.
It's too soon to feel sick. That's not even the worst thing the ultimate despairs have done.
There we go.
Some wasted away to skin and bones through continuous fasting in order to reach the despair of starvation.
That's fascinating.
Jesus Christ.
It's the
Others
bear.
led their own families to Junko just to perform killing experiments on
I wonder whose parents that is.
Oh, it's Mikan's parents.
Probably.
Because look at her hair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Not just that. After Junko's death,
I wonder who that is.
slaughtered countless people by forcing them to commit suicide.
It looks like Kazuichi.
Does look like Kazuichi.
Holy shit.
One person even implanted one of Junko's eyes into their
I
own
wonder
socket.
who that was.
Perhaps Perhaps they wanted to see her despair?
Is that why Fuyuhiko has an eye patch?
I'm gonna say no because he had an eye patch before, but
Yeah.
he had an eye patch. He had a spot for it.
Yeah.
For Junkai.
But I mean, his eye was already like that. Is the difference?
Yeah, and then he put a different eye in there.
Yeah, that's what probably happened.
And not just that. Some even tried to have children with Junko's dead body.
Oof.
I'm glad we can't guess who that is.
But she was smushed. She was in pieces.
I'm so uncomfortable. I feel like someone's made a fanfic explaining how that happened.
All right, 1 second, Jay. So, my theory is that Junko's execution is like, is that it's cartoonified. It looks like she's just being smushed to bits, but actually, if a real human was being smushed like that, if the machine wasn't strong enough to just completely crush everything into flatness, it would just leave a broken, mangled body with blood everywhere.
Araya, this is traumatic, and I wish I didn't have to hear it.
Are we really meant to believe that?
I think a hand could survive that.
Are we really meant to believe that Mr. Kirigiri truly went up into the atmosphere and saw those crazy moons and stars with all the eyeballs, and then came back down as a skeleton?
Exactly. Well, actually, see, the explanation there is Monokuma actually fed him a drug.
But that's the explanation.
That made him hallucinate the crazy moon and stars, and also like it was like a drug that turns you into bones. It just disintegrates your flesh after a few minutes.
The skeleton drug.
Yeah, the skeleton drug.
When you want a skeleton.
Want to trip out for a bit and then become a skeleton.
Oh my god.
I remember whenever we first played that. Actually, in the first video, whenever we talked about that, we talked about how like scientifically that made zero sense.
Fuck it, we can leave that in. Special guest.
God, that is the worst thing in this. I know that I know Kazuichi assumingly is murdering everyone, but trying to have sex with a dead body in order to create children with it is terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a little bit like the
that
rest
also
of these
seems
acts,
like a Kazuichi move.
It's this Danganronpa. There's lots of killing. There's pink blood. Like the rest of these things are like, yeah, that sounds like Danganronpa. But that one is like, what the fuck?
That's like the most dark image in this game. I think it's
it really is.
Dark. It's the most dark idea I've heard in these games so far.
It's definitely Kazuichi.
No, Kazuichi's in this image. Look,
but
this is Kazuichi. This is Mikan's
that's what I said earlier. I think that could be
himself.
Kazuichi. That seems like the most Kazuichi move.
That's like a killer. That's like a killer gray body. Like I think they intentionally put it a killer vague body so that you couldn't figure out who does.
Does that mean Nagito did that? Wait.
Who boinked the stiff?
I mean, Nagito did have access to the body. Just gonna say, there might have been a little bit of kismissitude that going on there.
I'm just gonna keep going. I can't do this anymore.
All right.
God, I love hearing his voice act. I love hearing emotion off Hajime.
I know, right?
It
Johnny
makes me
Youngbush
so happy.
actually is doing something. No offense, I
My
love
beautiful
him. He's
boy.
Great. And this shows that he's great.
It does. I wish this game used him more better. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I also love Fuyuhiko's voice actor.
So you feel
Me too.
despair toward yourselves in the real world. I understand that feeling, but there's no need to worry. If you just advance toward the hope I provide, you'll definitely be safe.
So he's wanting them to understand it so they gain enough hope to not be insane whenever they reach the real world.
It seems like a good theory and a good plan.
I love Makoto. I love him
Makoto's
so much.
Save? You'll save us?
Of course. That's my purpose after all. That's why the Neo World program was created too.
That's why Alter Ego was made to make this.
Put us inside this program.
Not made, but
So that you can save
But you know
us?
what I mean. But that's why we had
Alter Ego
Alter
exists
Ego work
already.
on it.
yeah.
That's what I meant. Not like we made them to make this, but we're saying that
Oh, we made them make
had.
this.
Yes.
I see.
Essentially, your cohabitation inside the Neo World program was just a simulation. If we remove the memories of your time at Hope's Peak Academy, would it also remove your ultimate despair?
And it
It
seemed
did.
to.
So you're saying this was like a test? I
Wait,
guess
here,
I can
wait.
say that the test was a success.
I'm gonna say something real here, right? Because I don't think they mention it. Think about chapter 3.
I want Makoto's jacket.
Do you remember what happened in chapter 3?
Wait, first one was Teru and Byakuya. Second one, I can't remember. Wait,
Was
no, second
Mahiru
one
and,
was Mahiru.
And Peko. The third one was Ibuki, Hyoko, and Mikan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember what happened? Do you remember why Mikan killed them? remember
Mikan killed
what-
them.
Because there was the despair disease going around, right?
Yeah,
And you know how everyone had different symptoms?
yeah.
Do you remember what Monokuma called Mikan's symptoms?
Well, wasn't it like...
The remembrance disease.
Oh, shit! Now I understand.
Right? Now it makes sense.
Even though it deviated greatly from the original plan of graduating after gathering the Hope Fragments,
This is fascinating.
nevertheless, you guys were able to overcome your unexpected trials and make your way here. That's why all you need to do is choose graduate.
Thank you, Makoto.
If we do that, we can get out of here?
However, if you graduate from here, your school memories will never return.
Huh?
If you choose to graduate, and the observer determines that there are no problems, you will complete the Hope Restoration Program, and your avatar will be uploaded into your real body.
Uploaded?
Means by uploading our avatar's memories into our bodies, we're also forcibly erasing our past selves. That's why it's called the Hope Restoration Program. So that is the Neo World Program.
Hey, what happens to the people whose avatars died? If an avatar that needs to be uploaded has been deleted, there's nothing we can do.
So you're saying they'll never wake up?
So that's gonna be the
Seems
dilemma.
like it.
That's the
They're brain
dilemma.
dead.
Damn it! Damn fucking shit!
Please take a look at this flip book
That was a
for quick
scary
rundown of your
close-up.
options.
Yeah.
If you choose graduate, it'll transfer your in-game memories, but your school memories will be gone forever. Unfortunately, the people who have already died will not be able to wake up.
Just a thought. What will happen if we do not choose to graduate?
You'll just have to continue living your tropical life.
Hey, why you gotta ask something like that?
Well, they're gonna be dead either way.
It's true.
Well, even if we wake up in the real world, we are all rather messed up, right?
Yeah.
If that is the case, then maybe staying on this island is...
So was the world.
What are you saying?
Oh god, this is gonna be bad because people are gonna start picking the other option thinking it's better, which it isn't.
Haven't we been working this hard just to escape
mean,
from here?
I think there's
You
a...
have to force yourself to return to
so,
a painful reality.
I think
What
there's
if
a very
this plays
lulling...
game forever and
A very
ever?
lulling argument that it's better to stay on the island. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm not
Wow,
saying
that's
at
not the
all that
hopeful
it's a
option.
bad argument. I'm saying that it's just a horrible option because then they stay stagnant forever
Yeah,
and they never leave
it
this
stunts
game.
progress. It stunts hope.
It stunts everything.
Even though it
Or at least for
might
this group
seem
of
safer.
character. For this group of characters, it stunts them and they never gain anything again.
Yep.
That's awful.
Don't be ridiculous. If I stay in this screwed up world any longer, I'm seriously gonna snap.
That's the spirit, Kazuichi.
Is
Yeah.
it really okay to sacrifice the others just to save ourselves?
They're gonna die either way. They're dead either way, man. Jesus.
You're asking that now? If we don't get out of here now, then what was everything we've done up till
Good
now
point.
even for?
I agree. You're right. We've been trying desperately to survive until we can finally leave this place. If we don't get out of here now, all the deaths we've endured will be in vain. I ain't know this, but... something's not right. How come Monokuma isn't trying to stop us? Is he going to stay quiet and overlook us getting out of this game world? Then everything Monokuma did would be pointless too. Not only that, Is it really okay for us to believe him? Should we get out, or... Fuck. I want to click get out, but it's going to be wrong.
I see. Right. We have some time to decide.
That's all
There
that
we go.
means, is let's keep having time.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get scared like Sonia?
No, it's not that. Don't you think this is a little strange?
This is all going to
I
come
love
back
your
to
voice
being a
acting,
fake
Hajime.
Makoto. This is all going to come back to being a fake Makoto.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Strange. You still don't understand? Normally, ultimate despairs like you guys would just be abandoned. But I'm telling you, I'm here to help. You should be thankful for how open-minded the Future Foundation is.
But they aren't because of the fucking emails. He isn't working for the Future Foundation anymore. That's not Makoto. Fuck, I was right. I should have stuck with my gut.
Seems like Monokuma doesn't have all the information.
I'm such a fucking idiot. God, why don't I just listen to myself more often?
You called that immediately.
What has happened to you?
I'm so good at calling things, but then I gaslight myself into thinking I'm wrong.
Yep. I didn't help with that one. You gaslighted yourself.
Just listen to the Future Foundation. The Future Foundation is the world's hope, you know?
I knew it. As I thought. There's something wrong with you.
Exactly.
You know what to pick.
I know.
I said I'm going to save you guys. Why aren't you listening to me?
Let's do what he says and get out of here.
Nope.
I mean, the Future Foundation's the good guys, right?
And apparently, we are actually the bad guys.
True, but
It's fine to trust him, right?
you got an achievement. I didn't.
I
know you
did?
Foundation is
I
the
was. It
world's
was
hope.
late.
No one
It's probably
can
from
fight
shooting
the
a bunch of
Future
white noise.
Foundation. No, that's wrong.
I can actually find out from the friend.
I haven't found what was that achievement? I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't read it. I glanced and saw an
Isn't
achievement
foolish
right
to
before it
defy the
disappeared.
Future Foundation?
I have no
But
idea.
it was probably from shooting white noise because you were doing that.
Yeah.
I will check because I think it shows me when my friends get achievements in games I own.
All right, sounds good.
Then how do you explain your actions?
My actions?
I was so fucking right. Orion, will you buy me that jacket? I want that jacket so fucking bad.
Which jacket? Makoto's jacket?
Makoto's jacket. It looks so cool.
If I can find it, I'll get it for you at some point in the future, even if it's.
You don't
slightly
actually
unrich.
have to get it for me. I'm just saying I want that jacket.
Yep.
It's so cool.
You unlocked the Airborne Static event, destroyed 500 white noise lines across all class trials.
Sick.
It does show me when you've
I
unlocked
saw it.
achievements. It's
The
cool.
email that the Future Foundation sent to you.
Future Foundation 14th Division Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants to despair? It should be abundantly clear to how dangerous it is to keep these people alive.
Yep.
Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. God, I wish I would listen to myself more often.
There we go.
My intuition is so fucking good. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is.
But it would be a more boring video if I always stuck to my intuition.
True.
Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agree with our ideals, right? Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and helped you recover your memories. Immediately return the remnants to despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of hope-filled future.
I found a really cheap Makoto cosplay outfit that doesn't look good, but like kind of looks like his jacket. But it's
I
like
need to find
Makoto
that
Naegi
jacket.
cosplay, and it looks horrible.
I'll find the jacket at some point. There's got to be a way to find a jacket like that. Because the jackets like that are just cool looking.
Which clearly contradicts what this person is saying.
That's true. That's not Makoto. God, I'm so good. Fuck, I'm good.
Is that email for real? A Future Foundation tried to kill us?
God, Araya, well, why am I like this?
I think it's great. I think it's great.
Deal with that later.
Dude, because I had a good intuition, and then I always convince myself that I'm wrong because I'm so easily dissuaded, even whenever I know I'm right.
Oh my god, I just got a text from someone, from a random number. It says, creamy cocks from these pill, and then a link. It's spelled with a zero and a Z.
Yo, can you send me those?
And it's not grammatically correct.
Can you send me that link for research purposes?
Look at this shit. God damn it. God damn it,
It
my
is
number
like
being
2
in a
a.m.
database somewhere.
I'm doing really well for 2 a.m. to be fair.
It's true. God, why is it
Alright, I gotta look this up for research purposes later. Anyways.
Ah! Sorry.
As Akane said, hold on, we'll deal with that later.
That scared me.
Are you ready to keep going?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I just
Right,
hit a button on the keyboard for the desktop that's next to me.
Those clues we found were all real, right?
Yep.
Yes!
And that's not the only contradiction. What's Makoto person saying also contradicts what we've already been told. Essentially, I cannot guarantee that there are no issues with this program. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure whether or not to run the program on you guys, but this is the only way to save you. I wanted to protect you. To me, those words seemed much more real. Exactly! God! God, I'm good.
You are good.
Is that why earlier you were saying I'm really good at this game, too? Fuck.
No, that wasn't why. I said that because of how quick you were able to do those nonstop debates.
Yeah, I'm still thinking that God, my intuition.
However, that was also cool.
My intuition is insane. This happens all the time when we play games.
It does. It's kind of scary.
It is terrifying. I've got like a sixth sense for this shit. So the person in front of us is.
Tell me, Mikoto Naegi, who are you?
Who is he? Simply put, he's Makoto Naegi, who's known for being a cutie patootie.
True.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking.
You insolent fool! If you're saying he's not Makoto, then show me some.
Are we about to do a non-stop debate? Not a non-stop debate. Are we about to do like one of those fucking like 1v1 like a rapid fire argument or whatever? I can't remember what they're called.
Panic talk action.
Panic talk action with Monokuma. Damn it, he's trying to interfere. Then to prove whether that Makoto Naegi's real or not, I'm gonna shove that in his face.
Wait, are you talking about panic talk action, or are you talking about? I mean, this is a panic.
I was
talk
talking
action.
about panic attack action.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you're talking about this one or like the sword one.
God, I love Fever because I can just do this all day.
Yeah, I guess it works. What I do is I always wait until Nega time kicks in, and then I activate Fever time to cancel.
Yeah, but
it
if you do it from the get-go, then it ends before Mega Time happens.
No, I mean, I think Nega time still happens, but then you can just activate Fever time again because that's when you're recovering from Fever
Yep,
time.
it doesn't even matter.
Although this might be the hardest one, so.
Sure about this? I'm not listening.
It's not the last panic talk action, I don't think, but I don't know.
It's not even fair.
There might be two of these this trial.
Better luck next time. What do you want? Punishment is waiting for you.
God, Danganronpa is such a bizarre game series.
You're getting all right.
I know.
You
Wait.
insolent fool.
Wait.
Saying he's not Makoto, then show me some
Fuck.
proof.
Fuck.
Alright.
Thank you, Fever Time. Wait, it's Leon backwards, so it's
You insolent
731.
fool. If you're saying
Wait,
he's not
13710.
then show me some proof.
No, fuck! I don't remember how it goes. Fuck me.
Come on, Jay, you can do this.
73101.
No.
No, it's not that. I can't remember what it is.
insolent fool.
10317.
All right, look at your true
Nope.
bullets.
What?
Look at your true
Yeah,
bullets. Can you...
you're right. You're right. Fuck
Can
me.
you
No,
do-
it won't let me.
No.
You
So
insolent
it's
fool. If you're saying he's not Makoto,
on-
then show me some proof.
Listen.
Fuck, I don't
you have
remember.
you take Leon and you rotate it 180 degrees, so the L should be on the right.
Okay, so 7's the last digit. Then what's the N?
Insolent fool. If you're
Remember they
saying
erased
he's
there was a line in the end that
then
wasn't
show
very
me
very
some
there.
proof.
Fuck, I don't know.
Already.
Fuck
It's
me.
it's 11037.
That's impossible.
11037. I'm so fucking dumb.
Proof, proof, proof. Are you
You're running out of influence, man.
this?
11037. Cool.
Listening? You insolent fool. If you're saying he's not
There you go.
This is the end.
Dude, that took all of my fucking.
Yeah, you have no influence.
Makoto Naegi, that's who you really are. Then tell me this. Why did you make the password to Nezumi Castle 11037?
I'm so dumb, dude. I remember that too. Fuck.
What was that again?
I'm just bad with numbers, but I'm good at everything else.
Makoto's gave himself away. I mean, not Makoto
Yeah.
gave himself away.
Yeah, he just gave himself away so hard.
That's weird. Wait, where'd you find that out?
Who cares? So how about it? Can you even answer?
Oh man, I've been found out.
Who is this?
Then you're. How disappointing! And I thought I was on the right track.
So it's another Monokuma.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He disappeared?
He wasn't real.
Hey! That guy disappeared!
Does that mean he's gonna throw in another old character to try to throw us off?
Are you surprised? It's a computer program, so anything's possible, right?
So we haven't seen Makoto yet, and that makes sense why he looked so different and fuck, that's fascinating.
Then, that was just the work of Monokuma?
Aw, you found out I was faking! This is so embarrassing! I just wanna kill myself!
I feel
Jesus
that.
Christ, Monokuma.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to kill myself. I
Do
want to
it.
live a very long and beautiful life. Actually,
Do it,
Monokuma, kill yourself.
Let's out of here.
Kill yourself in a video game, of course.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why'd you show us a fake member of the Future Foundation?
By the way, we're not allowed to curse within the first 30 seconds of videos anymore.
That's not true.
Have you seen that?
Well,
it is true.
Well, I mean, or what?
For monetization purposes.
It's been you are not allowed to curse in the first minute of a video for like since we started the channel.
They changed it recently. Charlie Moist Critical made a video on it.
Oh, to 30 seconds instead of a minute?
Yeah, they changed it to 30 seconds, and they're being really
Oh,
weird about the way that
that's
they do it.
Better then, right?
It
I'll watch
is, but
Charlie's
the problem is if you curse like really often, then all your monetization's gone
For the whole channel or just for the video?
for the video.
Yeah, then that's fine. I mean, like, we have intentionally kind of like not cared about the videos we've been making being monetized someday.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not saying
Um,
that, but I'm just saying like I just think that's an awful change and it
Oh,
affects a lot of the creators in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean, they already creators were not cursing in the first minute of videos. Like there's like like Trash Taste even when they like curse in the first in the little intro bit before the opening, they bleep it
Yeah.
for that reason. Like that's already a thing everyone does. And it
I'm
was
just-
a minute, not 30 seconds.
I'm not able to explain how detrimental it is, but Charlie Penguin Zero is able to explain it a lot
Yeah.
better.
Oh shit, Jay.
Huh.
Our YouTube short that I uploaded 12 hours ago has 266 views.
Really?
Yeah,
That's sick.
and 16 likes.
That's sick.
It had 8 views like for like the first hour or two, and then I stopped looking at it.
Are we getting more love from than from TikTok?
I don't know what's TikTok.
Yeah, we are. We only have 2 likes on TikTok. That's
I've not been
fascinating.
looking at the TikTok one.
found it on TikTok earlier. It came up on my recommended, which is why I asked.
Yeah,
but anyway,
because you're following the page, so.
Yep. Anyway, continuing.
That fake was trying to get us out to the real world. Then that's your plan? Is that where your trap is?
Man, they saw right through me.
Yeah, we only have 19 views on TikTok.
Invisible.
We are getting more exposure in YouTube Shorts than TikTok. It's crazy.
That is very fascinating.
19 views versus 266.
He wanted us to leave
That's
with
crazy.
Makoto because he there's something that he knows that we don't.
If you know what's good for you, you better hurry the hell up and confess. I'll beat you half to death if you tell us now. But if you don't spit it out soon, I'm just gonna kill ya.
267 now.
Right now. Then this nightmare can
That's
finally
that's
end.
awesome.
I'll put that away, but damn, we're gonna do more shorts.
Hell yeah.
It's been 12 hours.
It's not allowed. This isn't that kind of game. It's a much smarter game, right?
What game? This game is already over.
True.
This game is over? No. I'm not gonna let you finish yet. There's no way this can end before I've even transformed.
Wait.
Transformed into what?
Wait. There's something that I completely forgot to register.
Yeah?
If all of these kids were the remnants of despair,
Mm-hmm.
right? Who's controlling Monokuma?
That is a good question.
How is this not a question I asked earlier?
Because you were
There's just so
preoccupied being surprised that that the kids were remnants of despair.
There was too many other revelations occurring for me to be able to understand that.
Yep. That was intentional by the game. Almost certainly.
Transformation is customary in a final boss battle, right? You know, like that one role-playing game?
D&D? Sex games? Hentai?
You know what game I'm talking about.
Final Fantasy? No?
Don't say it.
Now then, allow me to show you. I'll skip the second and third forms and go straight to my final form.
Oh god.
You better not be bluffing. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you and pull all your stuffing out.
What's
he
your
gonna
final
turn
form?
into? Is he gonna turn into the person controlling him? Oh no, he's
I
going
love that.
Super Saiyan.